In this video, I'll take you through almost everything you can do on a day in port in Flam. Flam is nestled right at the end of one of the branches of the 205-kilometre long Sognefjord, Norway's longest and deepest fjord. A big bonus when visiting Flam is that formal shore excursions aren't necessary for you to enjoy a memorable experience in port. Flam is a wonderful port for exploring independently and an easy one to navigate. In this video, I'll take you through all the things you need to know and plan for a memorable day in Flam. I'll take you through ways to save money and free things to do while in port, as well as some more adventurous activities you might not have realised were available. So let's start by getting our bearings and finding our way around port. As soon as you step off ship, you are in the centre of things, as most ships dock in a deep water berth right next to the main harbour area. Regardless of whether you decide to stay around the main centre or venture a little further from port, you're unlikely to lose sight of your ship for long. Once you're off the ship, it's just a short walk along the pier to the centre of things. The pier is a great place to get some dramatic photos of your ship, so I'd recommend stopping here at some point to capture some great memories. In the first red building you'll come across, you'll find the Tourist Information Office, and there's also a big handy map outside with everything listed. To help you plan your day in advance, you'll also find my interactive map of Flam in my blog post, and the link is in the description below. So let's run through all the wonderful things you can do and see in Flam. Now, there are many ways to spend a day in Flam, but the Flam Railway or the Flamsbana is the most popular option for many cruisers. This train journey is magnificent. Over the course of 1 hour, the train takes you from sea level at the Sognefjord in Flam to Myrdal station, which is situated 867 metres above sea level. This is a popular activity. You can ride the train both ways, and the return journey takes just over 2 hours. Or you can hire a bike and combine your journey on the Flamsbana with a cycle downhill back to Flam. More about my tips for riding on the Flam Railway are in this video, and the link is in the description below. Another fun thing to do is hire an electric car to discover more of the surrounding area of Flam. These nippy electric cars are a fun way to explore Flam and the surrounding area. You're given all the training you need before starting your journey, and they are really easy to drive. Just remember to bring your driver's license with you on your cruise. There are 2 routes that you can choose from, and all come with a GPS guide to follow so you don't get lost. We headed up to the Stegesine viewpoint. If you didn't want to hire a car, then you can still visit the Stegesine viewpoint on a sightseeing tour, and I've put all the links and information in my blog post. You can also hire a bicycle for the day and explore Flam and the surrounding area at your leisure. If you'd prefer some water activities, then you can hire a kayak, or you can join one of the family-friendly kayak trips with a guide. Trips all start on the beach in Flam. For something a bit faster on the water, then you might want to join the fjord safari, which leaves from the pier close to the ship. There are lots of different options to choose from, and so many other activities that you can book online and in advance. You can also take a cruise on the fully electrical Future of the Fjords ship to the UNESCO-listed Sognefjord. Take a round trip, or you can combine it with a visit to the Gudvangen Viking Valley and hop on a shuttle bus back to Flam. The Future of the Fjords also calls briefly at Undredal, which is the inspiration for Disney's film Frozen. Back on dry land now, and onto the other train in Flam. The Rallatoget takes visitors on a 45-minute round trip up to the Flam church and back, following the course of the river. You can pay in Norwegian kroner, euros or pounds, and the train leaves every 30 minutes from alongside the pier. Adrenaline seekers won't be disappointed with the following activities. Did you know you can hire a sauna in Flam and cool off Norwegian style by jumping straight into the fjord? Or you might want to ride the Flam zip line. Flam zip line is located in Waterhalsen, which is 820 metres above sea level, but you'll need to catch the Flam Railway to get there, and there's more information about how to do this on my blog post. Okay, so after all those activities, you might be after some refreshment. So here's my rundown of where to eat and drink in Flam. As your ship is berthed in the centre of the village, you can easily pop back on board for some lunch if you want to save some money. But it's worth exploring some of the delicious offerings in Flam, with options from quick bites to more formal dining. If you want to sample some of the local fare in Flam, then here are my suggestions, and more information can be found in my blog post. The Flam bakery is centrally located on the quayside, just steps away from the Flam railway station. Next up, it's the Ager brewery. Well worth a visit if you're after that Viking longhouse feel. This microbrewery is named after a Norse god, and you'll find an open fire, dragon carvings and a stave church roof. There's an impressive selection of beers for you to try, and prices start around 114 Norwegian krona or around £9 per bottle. There are also some other places to eat attached to the Flamsbrugge Hotel, and the Ager brewery also does a range of food. Another place to try for sweet treats in Flam is the Bakkestove Cafe. Slightly hidden away, the cafe can be found nestled between the Fretheim Hotel and the EcoCars garage, and the cafe offers good food matched with lovely views of the fjord and your ship. Flam Marina is just a 7-minute walk from the shoreline from the Flam railway station. Situated on the shores of the fjord, the glass pavilion offers an undisrupted view. The Fretheim Hotel has a lobby bar located next to reception on the ground floor, where you'll find comfortable sofas and a delightful view of the garden and fjord. Or for something more formal, Restaurant Arven is the hotel's main restaurant situated on the first floor, and lunch is available, but you will need to book in advance online. In Flam, you'll find plenty of places to stock up on souvenirs, from fridge magnets to locally handmade woolen goods and clothing. While the Mall of Norway is the biggest, you'll also be able to buy souvenirs at other shops in Flam, such as the shop next to the Flam Bakery and the Flam Railway Museum. There's also the Flam Sweater Shop, which is near to the museum, and there's the Memories of Flam store, which is next to the Visitor Centre. More information on my blog post. And finally, here's a list of some of the free things to do in Flam. The first thing I would recommend is to wake up early and not miss the sail into Flam. The fjords are spectacular, and the sail into Flam is truly memorable, so get up early, and whether you head up to one of the open decks or you admire the views from your balcony, prepare to fall in love with the breathtaking scenery in the still of the early morning. For little ones, there's a children's park just a stone's throw from the ship on a wide grassy area, perfect for letting the kids run off some energy. And there's a smaller little park next to the Fretheim Hotel and in front of the Bakkestove Cafe. Okay, it's not the white sandy beach, but Flam Beach is still exhilarating. Fjord fills up with water melting from glaciers, so even on a warm day, the water can be very cold, so take care if you decide to plunge in. However, paddling by the shore is quite refreshing. The Railway Museum is located next to Flam Station and is open every day from 9 AM to 5 PM, and it's completely free to enter. Authentic exhibits take you through the stories behind building the world's steepest railway, such as insights into the people who built it and the many technical and legal challenges involved. You might want to take a hike up to the Brekkefossen waterfall, but leave between 2 and 3 hours for this 5.5 kilometre round trip. And don't let the gentle incline during the first couple of kilometres deceive you, but the view at the lookout point is completely worth the effort. Sturdy walking shoes are recommended for this one, and I've popped a link of the walking route in my blog post. There are also plenty of other less strenuous walks around Flam village, and a link to all the walking maps is available in my blog post. If you're wandering around Flam, then be sure to take some photos of the iconic and picturesque 4 sweet Nordic red self-catering chalets which are available to rent. As I mentioned earlier, the Fretheim Cultural Park Walk offers a 1 hour, 1.5 kilometre walking trail which starts directly behind the Fretheim Hotel. And finally, you might want to visit the Flam Church. This is a gentle walk on flat terrain, approximately an 8 kilometre round trip. I hope that's given you a good idea of what to see in Flam. If you're interested in some of the other things you can do, then you might want to watch these ones now. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe.